Hello guys, this is Mostafa speaking to you. Today I'm gonna dive deep in Shopify Liquid. I'm mimicking in today's video a YouTube video I watched by chance about Shopify Liquid. It's produced and published by Shopify developers themselves in the official channel of Shopify devs. I'm gonna leave the link in the description for the channel. The video literally is the best video talk about Shopify so far. If you have searched for Shopify Liquid tutorials, you won't see the video. I don't know why, but you won't see the video. It's from 8 years. It's literally an hidden gem. So I'm not gonna make a longer intro than that, and I'm gonna start diving deep in this Shopify Liquid tutorial. I'm gonna mimic the video, and I'm gonna also leave the video link in the description. So if you wanna get back to it, you have the link below. Now I'm opening in my MacBook. I'm opening two things, the Liquid reference by Shopify, and also I'm gonna leave the link below in the description, and the video I talked about previous. First of all, I'm gonna tell you what are we gonna talk about in this video. First thing, what is Liquid and what are the Liquid templating language. Second thing is, let's see the Liquid in action. How does Liquid process between the server side and the client side, and of course the development environment of it. What is Liquid syntax? We will get to know more about Liquid collections, and then we're gonna jump in the logic side and the filters of Liquid. I'm just gonna grab the mic like this because of the air around me. It's the first time to shoot outside of the home. So Liquid is literally a templating language which connects between the data from the online store to the templates. It makes the templates reusable, and you can use it for any online stores with the same language and the same templating language, and with the same code. You can use it for any online store because it synchronizes the data of the online store with the template which is written in Liquid. I'm gonna explain the Liquid in action in here from the video. First thing, the user requests a URL of a Shopify store. Then Shopify work on which store is being requested. This is the second step in how Liquid works. Then the third thing, Shopify selects the required Liquid template from the active theme directory. Because if you are familiar with Shopify, you may have a lot of themes and just only one is in action. So Shopify choose the one that's active and requests the theme code of the active theme. The fourth thing, the Liquid placeholders, which we're gonna talk about later in the video, are replaced with the real data of the store data in the Shopify store. So as I said before, it acts like a bridge between the data of the Shopify store and the template you are using for your theme. Then the compiled HTML, after replacing the placeholders of Liquid with the real data, you have a compiled HTML file, and then you're gonna send this HTML file to the client side. All the first 5 steps are happened in the they happened in the server side, and then you have a compiled HTML file. Then you can send it to the client side, and then it attributes to CSS and JavaScript, or the CSS is also come with the HTML in the config file. And of course the extension for the files of Liquid, it like index.liquid, syntax.liquid, and you may face some files that's called index.js.liquid and index.css.liquid. If you are familiar with Shopify, you're gonna face a lot of this. And as you may find here that this is the Liquid templating language. We have here an h2 tag. In between the h2 tag, this two curly braces called an object, which give an output, and the output here is product.title. Here it appears the product title in any online store. It depends on the data of the online store, not on the template language. And then you can see the for loop and if statement and else and n4. You can see everything here, and here you can find the filter in the variant.price, money with currency, everything here. This is called the filter, which is before money was currency. I'm so sorry for just giving the intro for the video in the middle of the video, which is something very ridiculous, but I'm gonna say it at all. This video is for the developers or the front-end developers that wanna get to know better Shopify and the Liquid templating language of Shopify, which is Liquid. It's for the new to Shopify, not developers. They are just freelancers who wanna provide services in Shopify industry or Shopify space. And it's also for the merchants that wanna know more about the platforms they are using for their businesses and wanna get to know better what are the developers they are hiring are doing for their online stores. It's some sort of above hand over the developers, so they can know, yeah, you are doing this, I know it, so you can't charge me a lot or less. I'm just kind of know what platform I'm hosting my businesses on. So it's for the developers, the freelancers, and the business owners who host their businesses on Shopify. Second thing we're gonna talk about is the Liquid syntax. Let's drink a sip of tea. Liquid syntax is very simple. If you have any experience with any other programming language, you're gonna find it very simple. First thing is the two curly braces, which are the objects that we talked about earlier in the video. Second thing is a curly brace with a percentage sign, which hosts the logic of the code, which we call here is a tag. The second point is that objects use the notations syntax way, which is product.title.name collections.product.name. So we have the dot notation syntax. The third point is loops allow iteration over objects, and we're gonna talk about this later in the video. The fourth thing is filters manipulate the object. For example, if you have an object that's called product.title, and if you give it a filter, and after this filter you can give the style for it, you can give a font size, a width if it was an image, or image URL if you wanna direct it to somewhere. So you have some sorry, I had to cut at this point because someone was passing by and he told me not to handle the mic like this. He wanted to put it right here, so I just told them that because of the air around me I have to just attach it close to my mouth so it never affects, for you better audio so you can hear me better. We was talking about the Liquid syntax, and we was in the first point. The previous point was the filters that manipulates the output. If you have an output, the filters, which is like this, I remember that's called pipe. The pipe line, this is like this. It manipulates the output. So if you have output product.title, you can do a filter and write a font, a color, a URL, any specifies for the object you wanna show. And number 5 is logic to control the output flow. The logic is if statement, for loops and while loops, everything like this is called the logic, which is control the output. In the image you see right now, you have a tags, which is we said before, the curly braces and percentage sign, and we have a for loop for each image in the product.images collection. That's a logic, which is a for loop. Please do that. You can show that the image tag, which have source of image, and we have a filter, image URL, and medium. Choose the medium one, don't choose the large or the small or the X small one, choose the medium one. Then we ended the for loop. We have here two things, which is the logic, which is the tags, and we say this control the output, and we have here the object thing, which is the output, which is controlled by the logic. And in this example you can see the output thing, which is product.title, and right here you can find this is after the HTML is compiled from Liquid to the real data of the online store. And here we get to know the object and the properties for each object, which is the output. you can assign a property for each object. If the object is called shop, you can assign to it a description. If the object is called product, you can assign to a title, or so far. If you get deep in Shopify Liquid more than that, you can find that you can assign 3 or 4 dot notations after the real object. You can assign properties to him, so you can reach a very specific object you wanna reach. And a very quick thing I'm gonna say about Liquid collections, which is collection is signified by plural objects names. So like this example I'm gonna show here for image and product images. So we know here that the collection in Shopify Liquid is a set of objects, a lot of objects which have the same properties or have something in common between them, and you can define that as a collection or a singular object from the S or the plural state. And back to logic, we have 2 remaining, that is logic and the filters. In the logic I'm gonna talk about 3 points, which are control what is output in a template. It doesn't output directly in a template. Use common languages, example if and else statements. Like in this example, you have an if statement, product.available, and you have an h2 tag which displays the price of the product, and you have an else statement, and else you can display that h2 which assigned to a class sold out, and you end the if statement. And as you see here, anything that is assigned to a logic, you have to find it in a curly braces and the percentage sign. Last but not least, the power of filters. Please listen to this. If you continue in this space of Shopify development or theme development or hydrogen or anything related to Shopify space, you have to be careful to everything I said, because I took it from a very gurus in this industry. As I said before, filters manipulate the output data in some way. This is the first thing about filters. The second thing about filters, that they reduce the code that we may write in any file. So they are very well designed, so we don't have to write a line of codes. We can just one line add filter and add the filter, just add the pipe and add the filter, just add the pipe and add the filter at the same line of code, which is, by the way, the very well designed for any programmer or any developer who knows programming language or developing tools. And the third thing, they allow our theme to be agnostic. Like in this example we see here, there is a class which is datetime, and the article dot published at, which is the object and the property of the object, and we have a filter that says that we want to display the date in this format, which is day and months and years. I don't know why they are writing here the B for months, but anyways, there's an object and the property of the object, then the filter, and after the filter they are saying we want to display that object in this way. And that's it for today. I hope I added some value for you as a developer or as a merchant or as someone new to the freelancing space in Shopify especially. If you like this video, please hit the like button and also hit the subscribe button, so the YouTube algorithm knows that you like these videos and start showing you more of it. And you're gonna find in below all the links that I talk about, which is Shopify documentation and the Liquid documentation, and also the video which I mimicked this video from it, and I got a lot of example and content from it. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.